Okay, I believe we are actually live with the first ever episode, podcast, whatever we call it, of Team Air Presents The Struggle. With me today we have various other characters. Okay, I am your host, Ed Cohen. I prefer Ed. Ed's not actually my real name, but we'll go with that. And let's introduce everyone else. So, someone else introduce themselves?
Who goes first?
You can.
I can. Alright. So I'm Maye. I'm a French Smash player, and I've known, I think, like the heart of the show was Jam. I'll let him introduce himself afterwards. But yeah, so I give him advice from time to time, and yeah, I don't know. I know he can go far. That's why I wanted to be here today, because it's like he started as a pro player actually or something. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm Jam. Playing Melee since 2003 and 64 since 2009. And now I'm trying to get good at Melee again. And that's what this is about. So.
I'm Carlton, Blood Bowler, or BB, whichever you prefer. Been in Melee since 2006. Should be better. Just here as a supporting member of Team Air.
Okay then, so I guess I'll jump in at this point just to clear a few things up. So first off, Team Air are basically the leading UK Smash events team, in my opinion anyway, and Jam is our first sponsored player, which is pretty cool, and is basically now looking to get back into competitive Smash after a long hiatus. Used to be top 3 player, and we're here to basically coach him through it, support him through it, and get back to the top. Is that right, Jam?
Yeah, if I can.
If you can. Well, to be honest, originally I did think we'd call this podcast Rise to the Top, and then I believe, Jam, you decided that we'd go for the struggle?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not exactly easy. Rise to the top implies I'll definitely do it. The struggle gives me some room for failure.
Okay, so we've basically, I guess what we could do is have a look at recent tournaments that you've entered, Jam. I know that we sort of half-funded you get into Final Destination 7, which is the Welsh tournament on March the 8th. I also know you've been to Smash Beyond the Wall February 28th and raised your game February 22nd in Bristol. That's 3 quick tournaments in a very little amount of time.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to get active again. I mean, apart from that, I also went to this year. I went to Apex and I went to Beast. And Beast was the turning point. So I went to Beast and saw the level. Had a really good time. Saw the UK represent 70 players or something like that, something crazy. And it was after that we went back to McDonald's on the last day of Beast when everyone was waiting for their flights back, and we took over the second floor of McDonald's. And it was then I decided the scene looked super awesome, and I wanted to get back involved with Melee. Because though I love 64, it's not particularly active in Europe, and I want to do my best to keep that going. But Melee is where it's at right now for UK, so. Yeah, I'm gonna try and really get back involved with Melee. So that's why I'm trying to keep active as well with local tournaments as much as possible. Pretty much.
Cool. How would you sort of, I guess, evaluate the last 3 tournaments you were at, John?
Not bad. It's just that I'm literally just trying to get to grips with the game again. And kind of meet the level that people have got to these days. Because you take a hiatus like I took, I didn't play Melee from 2000 and like at a top level. I stopped playing to improve in 2007, and that carried on right the way through till apart from a few tournaments I went to here and there. Like I went to France twice in 2012. I'm not really sure why I did that, but I did, and it was good. Played some Melee, but now I'm trying to take it serious again. 2015, so. That's an 8-year hiatus. So we're just trying to keep things so in say the past 3 weeks I've been to 3 tournaments. And I've been to a Smash Fest every week, and I've had people over. It's really just trying to get to grips with the game again. get used to the tech, because I've been playing 64 since, like the whole hiatus I've been playing 64. So it's just trying to get used to melee again, pretty much. I'm still playing Smash, just trying to get used to melee. So that's why I'm trying to keep it regular, so I don't lose momentum. And yeah, just so I keep the tech side of things as high as I can. You know, as consistent as I can, pretty much.
We've been out of the game for a while, and you're just talking about sort of trying to maintain the tech side of things. How are you going about acquiring that sort of tech, or the missing tech that you've missed out on during the hiatus?
Well, you just pick up the game again, and I'm air dodging all over the place, missing the simple things like I have no idea how to edge guard anymore. So it's just I sat down with the game and just jumped on platforms, ran around, dash danced, wave landed, you know, did all the simple stuff just as much as possible, and that's really what I'm doing for practice at the moment. And then in between tournaments, I'm trying to get the knowledge. That's why I have Maya here today, because in between tournaments, Maya is helping me analyze games. We're doing stuff online. He's talking me through my mistakes, and yeah, it's just a combination of this thing. So I'm trying to get my tech skill back, trying to get comfortable with the game again, and then I need all the knowledge to keep up with the meta game as well, because the meta game has gone crazy, pretty much.
In terms of, I guess, the analysis that you do with Maya, is there anything in particular you and Jam have been focusing on or working on?
I think we just kind of like make it up as we go on. I think we just watch the videos usually, and we find something that's not quite right, or that could be better in a way, and then we just talk about it and how can you make it better, and why should not do this option, or why should you do this option instead? What happened there? What happened in this place? And that's pretty much like how we do it.
Are you watching matches at the moment of Jam then? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we watched like the last couple of tournaments, like the one in Scotland last week or something, right? And
we didn't get the Scottish footage. We did Bristol and we did Cardiff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't realise there was any footage anywhere about them tournaments. Well, potentially we could have looked at that today, or we could look at it in a future podcast anyway.
Yeah, sure thing. I mean, there's only one game from Bristol, which is me versus LJ, the last game, and then there's I just got hold of the Cardiff footage a couple of days ago, and just to try and, because I really wanted to keep it going. I wanted to keep my mind ticking over with the game. I got Maya on call, and he just we watched it together, and he just told me, you know, just made sure I knew where I was going wrong and where to improve.
Okay then, so thinking about the Welsh tournament then and Final Destination itself, who did you beat there notably, and who did you lose to in the end?
Caleb, aka Lord Rust, aka Omadon, beat me in winners. He's from my time as well. He's been playing since 2005. Took a hiatus. Saw him randomly at Beast. Didn't know he was playing again. And then yeah, his pitch is still good in my opinion. I don't know how he ranks up really, but he played really well that day. He put me in losers, 2-1. Then I had to play. The guy I found hard was Frenzy. I think he's from Midlands. So he played Marth the first game, and then he went Samus for 2 games. And Samus isn't a matchup I know, so it was really tough. He played really well. After that, I had to play Caleb again. Managed to clutch it out, beat him 3-0, and then I lost to Vince in the finals, aka BR Tyrol. He's playing all the time right now. He's got a good cheek. He's up and coming, and he's steadily climbing the ranks. Like in Berkshire, Sean's joking that me and him are the 2 most active people right now. So we're the 2 really trying to get better. So, but he's been constant, you know, really trying.
What do you think the? Okay, so I guess you lost Omadon anyway, and then you beat him later on. What changes did you make between them 2 matches?
The first thing I did when I came back to him in losers was just grab more, because this is things like Maya's trying to tell me. You know, focus on the simple things you can always improve in Melee: neutral game and punish game. So neutral game is how you get inside and make your opportunities, and also how you avoid them taking charge of the momentum and also getting damage on you. and then you have the punish game, which is when you make the most of those and actually do your damage and get your kills. So Maya is always telling me, in neutral game, try not to go in the air, don't double jump, don't even single jump if you can avoid it. Don't be above the other person, it's a disadvantageous position. Control the stage, maintain the middle. So I think about these things right now. This is all I'm thinking about. So when I faced him again in losers, all I did was just stay grounded and just try and grab more up throw, up air, pretty much. And it worked, so. I'm still doing some crazy stuff, you know, bad stuff, but slowly, you know, getting sharper.
Okay, cool. And you just said that you lost to Vincent. I think it was it 3-2 in grand finals?
Yeah.
Seems pretty tight. How, I guess, where could you have improved, I guess, against Vincent?
Well, I need to learn the matchup better, but he's getting gimps on me, which are bad because Maya was explaining to me literally just now, we went over grand finals. And I'm approaching in situations where I can just stand back and laser, control the game a bit more, but, you know, it's just the experience. I just need a bit more experience. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing, getting the knowledge, you know, improving comfort with the game, and learning the tricks, you know. Pretty much. It's all dumb stuff where I get hit, but you can watch it either way. You know, we're still not very high level. There's only 3 people in the UK who are really, really high level. So you watch anything below that, you see it's just mistakes. You can watch either side and tell either side to improve. Pretty much.
Okay, what do you mean by it's just mistakes? So what notable mistakes are you seeing outside the top 3 that maybe players like yourself or myself, well, not well below that, but other players around your level, Jam, or above your level, that you're seeing obvious mistakes outside the top 3?
Well, you know, we're all still learning, and I'm still learning, so I don't know if I'm the best one to answer, but it's simple things, you know, like, it can be technical errors, you know, that's the most basic thing. You mess up something you intended to do, and you get punished for it. Aside from that, it's just things like knowledge, like what I was talking about. Everything I said Maya had just basically been explaining to me and trying to help me understand is stuff that we aren't solid on that, you know. Maya was showing me Armada versus Leffen, and he was saying, you don't watch the crazy stuff, just pay attention to how they just try and hold the middle of the stage. It's as simple as that, you know. Maya said if you trade on the edge of a stage, whoever's closest to the edge, they're disadvantaged. They lose the trade because they're off the edge.
Okay, I guess then Maya, do you want to jump in? Do you want to explain a little bit what do you mean by the middle of the stage? Or what were you trying to coach Jam through in that sense?
It's actually quite basic. In Smash, there's no like life points, there's no like health bar or anything. And you can die at 0, you can die at 900, and the thing that kills you is like falling off the ledge, right? So that means if you don't want to die, you have to be as far away from the ledge as possible. That means being in the middle, pretty much. So the whole point is to maintain like position and stay in the middle, where like even if you get hit in the middle, it's not as bad as getting hit when you're by the ledge. Because by the ledge, like Sham said, let's assume you're like exactly as good as the opponent, right? And you will trade hits every time. Like, every time you try to attack him, he will attack you simultaneously. Well, what happens is that someone is on the stage, like ready for another attack or something, and the other person is off stage, and they will have to recover and do stuff and so on. So it's clear that the more like defensive option is being in the middle, and the more offensive option is attacking towards the edge, but not from the edge. So that's how you build it.
Maya, in terms of that, then, would you say if Jam finds himself on the outside of the stage, his main priority is to make his way back inside and not attempt to trade from that position?
Alright, so the thing is, it's way simpler in games like Street Fighter where it's actually really obvious. If you're like in the corner, you should not stay there. In Smash, because you have so much like more movement, it feels like you're like in a good situation, and also because of history, like we've seen Mewtwo King do so many things by the ledge, we kind of think, okay, maybe the ledge is not so bad, but it actually is. And if you're like cornered by the ledge, the one thing you want to do is go back to the stage while at the same time trying to find the opportunities. But the top priority is going to the middle. And then the icing on the cake is finding a way to counterattack. It's like when you get comboed the main priority is going back to the ground. And if somehow, some way you can get like a shot at doing something back to the opponent, it's good. But if you can like just stop getting damaged, that's the good thing. That's enough. That's what you want in the first place.
Okay, so basically just reset neutral.
Reset neutral, pretty much, yeah. And being in the corner is not being in a neutral position.
Okay, sweet. Just, I guess, looking at the matchups you've played so far, Jam, the Peach one you turned around a little bit, and the Sheik one, how are you finding Fox Sheik?
I don't know. I still feel like I'm still learning it. Vince says I'm strong at the matchup, which is good because he says I'm super bad at other matchups like Falco. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay. My Sheik's okay. My neutral's okay. My punish is okay. It's all okay.
Okay, I guess if we look at patterns from the 3 tournaments, the major pattern is your 2 obvious losses have came against 2 morphs, and probably 2 morphs are quite distinctly different ability. I'm sort of going to throw out there maybe a morph matchup issue.
Yeah, big time. It's the first thing I came away from Bristol, because I was playing confidently against almost everybody, and then I played Hakeem.
Yeah.
What's his tag? MM Mulgara, yeah. And I got destroyed pretty much. It was 2-1, but you know, I didn't feel like I could win the set, and I didn't really, you know. I just wanted to learn the matchup after that, and then I played Howe as well. I was playing Howe in friendlies at that, and he was destroying me as well. So he's been trying to help me out. We played in Scotland. He's given me advice. Maya's given me a lot of advice, but it's the hardest matchup for me to implement it somehow, because Marth is just a bastard. But you know, I'm trying to learn all the matchups, but I'm going to focus. I mean, something else to tomorrow I get to play with Prof. We were going to lead into that, I guess, but I should be playing with Prof tomorrow on stream, and that'll be one of the things I'm asking him about big time, because I don't want to. If I have a bad matchup, my point is I want to turn it into a strong matchup. You know, that's just good mindset. And any weaknesses I have, if it's a matchup I'd like to come away really strong at it in the next couple of months, you know, just turn it inside out. So, yeah, Marth's a prime target, pretty much.
Maya, what advice would you give to Jam in terms of that matchup? I guess you've already been doing this, but it's kind of nice to share it through these podcasts. But Fox Morph, what are you sharing in that sense?
I think Fox Morph, the problem that Fox players will have is that if you lay down the matchup in terms of what like each character can do to the other one, Morph will always win. The thing with Morph is that if you can keep up and react to the question the opponent is asking you, you always have an answer. So the problem with Fox is that you either have to anticipate things, you have to read, you have to overwhelm them, you have to do like anti-timings, like pretend you're doing something but not really. Basically, you have to be tricky. You have to trick Morph, and once you do it, once you get one shot, you have to be really like. You have to kill him if you can every time, which is really hard because like he will kill you off of one grab, but you don't really get to kill him off of one opportunity. So that's the problem. You're not supposed to get many shots, and you cannot get as much from one as Morph can. So basically, it comes down to how well can you laser, how well can you control the tempo, and how often can you force Morph to take the first step to act first. Because Morph he doesn't really want to act first. Morph wants to like respond to what you're doing and then kill you from it. So that's the thing. So like Jam has to like, and it's harder to do like because you need to really like make educated guesses. So it's about experience, what works, what doesn't work. You don't get to just have a plan and do it against Morph as Fox. That's the problem.
I'm guessing then, actually, Jam, you're currently planning to come to RVS next Sunday, is that right? The Midlands tournament I'm hosting in Birmingham?
Yeah, I'll be there, dude, for sure.
Okay, awesome, because How will be there, so big target.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. It's just training. If Prof can turn me around tomorrow, then yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I guess we'll jump on that, just mention it. What's happening tomorrow with Prof?
I'm going to his house in the afternoon, and he's streaming all evening into the night. I guess the same thing he did with X1 and R23. And he's going to be giving me advice, just basically trying to level me up as part of his initiative to level up the whole UK by 2016.
By 2016, awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good. He managed to get me on the stream early, and while my momentum's good, I'm having a good couple of months of Melee, and hopefully I can take make the most of it basically.
Okay, are you staying overnight there, or is it just for the day?
Yeah, I'm staying the night, so I'm literally just talking to him now. He just said I can stay until Tuesday afternoon or even later. He says I can stay till Tuesday evening if I want. So I don't know if we'll stream both days or just one day. But definitely tomorrow. So probably starting around 3 p.m. For many hours.
Many hours. Okay, I'm sure that, yeah, well, we'll share that anyway, and I'm sure that Prof will be sharing it. So we'll be watching.
Yep, for sure. That will be in Smash UK.
Cool. Lots of things to mention. Give me a sec. Outside of RVS, are you planning to attend any of the tournaments on your list at the moment, Jam?
I just missed one, which was Southampton. I wanted to go to, but I missed it. What else is there? Oh yeah, Legend of Melee at the end of the month. So these are the three big things this month left. Is Profs tomorrow, your tournament on Sunday, and Legend of Melee I think on the 28th. And just before Legend of Melee, I think on that Thursday, I don't know what the date is Time to Try, the bi-weekly. So,
right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get to that as well. Because those are, I went to the first one, and it was awesome. Super awesome. So, yeah.
Look at Maya's face, man. He's well disgruntled. Come on then, Maya, say something. Get involved, lad.
What do you want me to say?
Oh, just jump in there.
I don't know, man. I'm just waiting for Jam to do something good because I've been playing him in 64 for years, and I know like what his potential is. No, I mean like in Melee, in Melee, because I know like what he's like capable of. Like, it's basically the same as like learning another instrument, right? So he knows like how to play guitar. Let's say it's guitar, Smash 64, and he's trying to learn how to play the piano.
Stop. Jam, can you play guitar?
No.
You can't play guitar.
Man, he lied to me. This guy is a liar. But yeah. He will learn fast. I'm sure he will learn fast, and like I'm expecting him to be like top 15 in the UK by the end of the year, easy.
Top what?
Top 15.
Right, Jam. Alright, let's stop. May, you need to come across to Britain again. Alright, so let's make that top 5 because you might pretty much be around top 15 already.
You think you're at the 15 already?
Well,
I'm borderline.
Colin?
Definitely.
Colin said something.
4 foot victory on the wall. He's doing well. Took a game off Shifting Shadows as well, up in Scotland. Amazing player. Yeah, I think top 15 already, if not very, very soon.
Cool.
Yeah. Put it this way, mate. He's like, I think this is right, Jam. You took a set off Shifting Shadows, who's the best player in Scotland, and did damage at Heir to the Throne last August, which was the largest UK tournament that me and Colton hosted. And
Damage.
yeah, you also did you go 2-1 against LJ?
Yeah, 2-1 against LJ.
Yeah, 3-2 Vincent. Yeah, I would say pretty much you're knocking around you're between that top 10, top 20 mark already. I think the major thing in Britain is trying to break into the top 5.
What's top 5? Top 3 is obvious, and then is it like the Fraser, Jolteon?
Yeah, pretty much it's Prof for ZVA, the long-established top 3. Jolteon has been seen as the 4th after that, an established 4th player for a while, although he was recently beat by Tamao and our very own Jin, who we'll be having a little Team Air podcast with in the future. But other than that, outside Jolteon at 4th, I would say probably Death Gazer, Colton, top 5.
top 5, but obviously Prof Fuzzy VA. I put Deathgazer after him, and honestly, I would put Jin after that. I really would.
I'm
I
not
know where
surprised.
Kelly is at the moment.
It's close between Jin and Jolteon, but I think Jin has the edge in it.
Okay, but yeah, there we go. So basically, our aim is not top 15. You need to raise your expectations and get Jam to top 5.
See, if you're going to raise your expectations, then the UK is not really a goal. Let's be honest. I think Jam can aim for more anyway. And I mean, respect, mate, but like.
Okay, so basically, like a bit of history here. Jam, when did you stop playing properly Melee last? Whoa, my head's massive.
When did I stop?
Yeah.
2007, 2008. I think 2007.
Okay, and at that point, if I'm right, sort of the Doug had left, and after the Doug leaving, it pretty much left a gulf, and that gulf was a 3-way sort of race between yourself, Zeppo, and Charles.
Yeah, but Fuzzy was pretty much definitely number 1.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's so Fuzzy pretty much took it, and you still remain that top 3, and then sort of since that point, we've had an established top 3 of Fuzzy, Prof, and VA since. And to be honest, in my end, no one's got anywhere near to breaking that top 3.
Yeah, I mean, our top 3 are as Vince said, they're world class. You know, I think we have to give props where it's due, because UK's top 3 is crazy and so much better than the rest. That's props initiative now is to try and bring us up to that level. And we have to try and meet the challenge, I guess, or do our best.
I think it's going to happen eventually, because the problem with the UK is that it was kind of a dead scene for a long time. Like around SNY, I think like no one was really playing in the UK, right? Like a few years before PM, pretty much.
Yeah, the scene was probably it was okay. It just wasn't huge.
Yeah.
SNY was kind of I guess the largest UK event at the time, and it was a European tournament, but even then it was large because I managed to get enough Euros over, not really because of the size of the UK community. You're right.
And I think like since like PM came out, the UK scene is completely different, and then people branched out into Melee, and now it's like probably the liveliest scene in Europe, with the most players in the most events, I think, at the moment. So eventually, like the skill will like catch up to activity levels. I mean, that's the only logical way to think about it. It should happen at some point, especially if like the top players are like invested in teaching like lower level players.
Yeah. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening right now, I think.
Yeah, I think that's completely true. Basically, when I got back into it, we got together in the UK, all the TOs, and we basically said, right, we need to form a back room, we need to sort this community out, we need to host regular tournaments, and our main aim behind Smash UK, the whole coin system, was just basically to increase the amount of people hosting, the amount of players travelling, and just general attendance. And I would say now we've got the issue where it's hard to actually, I don't know, like, schedule tournaments.
Because like you have too many or something?
Yeah, literally, we have too many.
Yeah,
so, yeah, as an example, we've got Legend of Melee happening down in London. On the Sunday, there's a tournament in Leicester, Mate 3, being hosted by Brado, who's a member of Team Heir. And this player is basically, at the moment, planning to make both in location, which is basically 2.5 hours away, just to compete, but also just showing how many tournaments are going on at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, you think with the coins that happen, is it still happening this year? Like, is it like season 2?
No, not massively. To be honest, they were used as an incentive to get players to travel. I don't think it's needed anymore. We've got to the point now where players want to turn up to tournaments because they know tournaments are quality, and on top of that, they actually have the capacity to beat other players and to improve without the need of an incentive like coins.
Yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say that it was a really good system. I just remember being really like frustrated when you told me, yeah, I'm hosting something, it's the SNY venue, but you can't come. I mean, you can come, but you can't play. What? For real? But that was
Yeah.
a bit frustrating. But the idea itself was really cool.
Cry all you want, mate.
I mean that's like French racism. And I know you like UK people don't like Frenchies.
Don't worry, it
We
was
don't
the
like
rest
you
of
back
Europe.
either.
It was the rest of Europe as well, not just you.
I'm just kidding, man. But yeah, it's definitely good. Definitely good for sure. It's better to have too many tournaments than too little.
Yeah, but the main thing is, Jam has that opportunity because there's so many events now.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
opportunity there. And the main thing with getting better is you need the opportunity to play others. You need the opportunity to try things out. You need that opportunity to learn and improve. And Jam, you got it.
Yep. Thanks to you, buddy.
But yeah, saying that, by the way, I am going to be hosting a tournament this summer, so you better be there. You're allowed now.
I heard July SNY venue, right?
Nah, things are changing, man. Things are changing.
No, not the same venue.
Well, I'm not going to announce. Well, we're going to announce it probably in a couple of days, but we've got things up our sleeves.
Hey, as long as you still make English breakfast for me, I'm okay with it. I
Colin
want
said,
SNY like quality.
was it quality?
I mean, yeah, like red beans for breakfast. Are there any other tournaments that will make food for you in the morning? I don't think so, man. That was cool. It was a cool tournament. It was probably like my highest quality tournament in a way, in terms of service. So yeah.
The service is good.
We've got the May approval there, Colton.
For sure.
Take that, beast.
Anyway, my wife has just got out of the bath and has told me basically I need to go. So at this point, I guess, Jam, next Sunday, RVS. Tomorrow, you've got Monday, Tuesday, training with Prof. So
Yep.
we meet up maybe next Monday, 8 p.m.
Yeah, sounds fine. Yeah, that's good.
My 8 p.m. next Monday.
Yeah, probably. I have my finals next week,
Oh God, here
so
you go.
we'll see. Maybe in a couple of weeks instead. But that, I mean, like, yeah, I would love to be back for sure. But
Okay,
maybe
then.
not next week.
Yeah, well, we don't want you. So we'll find a replacement for Mai. We'll do a review of RBS and the Prof training and see where we're at. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Night, everyone.
Good night, all.
Night. Cheers.
Cheers.